I had the opportunity to check out writer-director Jamison M.LoCaccio's newest horror thriller, No Fear. No Fear is out March 12th on VOD from Terror Films. No Fear opens strong. A group of three are running from an unseen force and are frantically trying to accomplish something involving a book. It's made clear that one of the people can see the monster. Monster, for lack of a better term, it's a demon. I didn't mean that literally. One of the other people can hear it, and one of the people can read a book that is crucial to what's going on and speak to it. Their sacrifice sets up a very clever premise, and we are instantly inducted into the lore of the movie. The core characters of the movie are Donald and Wendy Capel, played by David Alan Basche and Amy Carlson. The couple moves into the house we start the movie on, obviously not knowing about the demonic forces within. Shame on that real estate agent for not disclosing the triple deaths. The Capel's niece and nephew live nearby. Those two have suffered their own losses, unrelated to the events in the house, and the Capels are trying to do their part to fill the gap in their lives. When Wendy falls prey to something, Jamie, the niece, played by the lovely Mallory Bechtel, activates the book in an attempt to help. The demon is back, and these new characters must figure it out and fight their way through. Kicking the movie off with a bang was absolutely the right move. Not only was it great for getting the audience's pulse up, but it served to explain the gimmick of the movie. And I don't mean gimmick in a negative way either. The three abilities for the people to get the ritual are established. It makes sense, and it's a fresh take for a horror movie. The casting was very well done. It's a smaller cast since the movie takes place in a single house, and I actually love the claustrophobic feeling that a single location horror movie brings. The actors play well together, and you believe they have a history without a ton of setup needed. There isn't a lot of lengthy explanation, setting everything up and getting everything just right and explaining endless backstory that we don't ultimately need. We just get what we need and move forward. Bechtel does a lot of the heavy lifting in this movie. She's given the most setup for her role to come, and her character is instrumental in the entire plot. Bechtel does a great job carrying the movie, especially given that she's fairly new to the world of acting. I actually got to sit down with Ms. Bechtel for a really fun interview. Be sure to check out that video also. It also bears mentioning that despite her musical background, her first feature was the incredible horror movie Hereditary. No Fear does the less is more aspect of horror right. The monster is never fully exposed where a rubber costume or aging CG would make it less scary. The whole thing takes place in a single house, not unlike another horror movie we recently viewed, Sacrilege. The filming wrapped pre-COVID, so the actors were not forced to quarantine together in the house, but having a practical location helped the cast and crew get into the feeling of the movie. I had a good time with No Fear. The unique triad to battle the demon went a long way, and I found the cast engaging in their roles. A couple threads are introduced and not fully followed up on, but that's a minor thing for a fresh-feeling horror movie. Without being too similar, I thought No Fear would be at home in the Conjuring universe. No Fear is available March 12th on VOD. Check it out. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our channel for more new movie coverage and interviews. You aren't going to want to miss out. Remember to listen to So Is Your Podcast every single week wherever you get your podcasts. So Is Your Podcast can also be found on Patreon. For as little as $1 a month, you can get multiple monthly bonus shows. SoIsYourPodcast.com is your resource for reviews, recommendations, videos, merchandise, and more. We love hearing feedback, so drop us a note in the comments or get a hold of us on social media. All of our accounts can be found after the show and in the show notes. On a more personal note, this past January, I released a comic book along with a good friend of mine, Social Studies. It's a day-in-the-life comedy comic about the typical high school experience. We have a cast of unique characters with a ton of individuality. The art style is greatly inspired by the cartoons of the 90s that we grew up on. You can check it out at socialstudiescomic.com. Thank you.